Aloha and welcome, video viewers. This is War for the Overworld, and I'm Panther. Now, this isn't a Let's Play so much as a showing you the game. So, before I really get into this, let me explain what this is. This, first off, I bought the Anniversary Edition, which comes with a lot of other things inside of it, like, possession updates, terrain, water, my pet dungeon, all sorts of nifty little fun stuff. But what this game is, if I were to tell you this is the spiritual successor of Dungeon Keeper, if that tells you nothing, and you go, what's Dungeon Keeper? This is the remainder of what I have to explain. Because up until this point, everyone who knows what Dungeon Keeper is goes, oh, okay, so sort of like, what was it, Dungeon Lord. No, Dungeon Lord is a terrible example of a spiritual successor for Dungeon Keeper. This is Dungeon Keeper Reborn. What does that mean? Well, let me show you.
I've been looking for someone to spearhead my campaign. But before we get stuck in, let's refresh that old mind of yours.
Learn how to command your powers as an Underlord. As you can see, I've already actually completed this a little bit. But I've reset the tutorials and I kind of reset the campaign. So when I get into this, you'll see exactly what I was seeing when I first started this. I plan on doing this one and the next one, if it happens to fall within the 15-minute time frame, which it should. This mission was rather quick.
Now go!
Welcome back, Underlord. I must say, I wasn't expecting you quite so soon. The transference may have left you feeling a bit foggy in the head. Focus now. I'll try to ease you back into it. Fortunately, this does seem to get easier each time. This is your home realm, the source of your power, and the anchor that binds you to reality. Many years ago it was destroyed, and you were cast out into formless nothing. Fortunately, you've returned from your exile to once again challenge those who would stand between us and the mortal realm of Kairos. Your resurrection heralds the next phase of our assault upon its wretched empire, now led by the newly crowned Emperor Lucius. But he is least and final of our worries. It's his generals and the protection of their goddess Kira that will truly test our mettle. Ready yourself, Underlord. Let's begin our war for the Overworld.
Roll credits. Okay, bottom line. This is a dungeon managerial game, which is a combination of a god
Welcome
game.
back, Underlord. It's been a long time since you were banished to the ether.
And a real-time
You've
strategy.
returned as a husk of your former self. But I've taught far denser Underlords than you. Let's start with the basics. This is your dungeon core. The tether that allows you to manifest your malignant will. If destroyed, your consciousness will once again be scattered to the void. Your workers are an extension of your dark will. They have many jobs, but their main focus is in carving out the halls of your dungeon. Put them to work by clicking and dragging your cursor upon the flashing tiles to tag them for excavation. Your workers will now rush forth to dig out and claim the tagged area. Once they have laid down the stones, marking the ground as your own, you will be able to build rooms upon the finished tiles. While your lackeys get to work, look to the east of your dungeon core. This is a gateway, one of the many portals that you'll use to attract minions to your dungeon. Order your workers to dig a path to it now.
That's the leveling up animation, by the way. The fireworks. Confused the crap out of me the first couple times. Like, what the hell? But no, it's what happens when they level up. they'll all the creatures do random stuff. They even have progress bars. So, for those of you who do understand,
You have claimed a gateway. Now that you have a gateway, minions can enter into your service. But first, you'll need to build the rooms necessary to entice them in. Start by building a barracks. This room will allow your minions to hone their combat skills without the risk of permanent death or disfigurement. Select it and build it by clicking and dragging your hand across the claimed tiles. Most rooms must be built at least 3 by 3 in order to function properly, though the lair and vault are effective at any size.
okay.
A gnarling has entered your dungeon. A gnarling has entered your dungeon. Attracted by the barracks, these green-skinned scrappers aren't quite right in the head, and they'll happily hack at your foes until someone is dead. Outside of combat, gnarlings will train themselves within your barracks. You can pick them up with a click if you find them slouching off, then deposit them anywhere within your dungeon with a right click. For further entertainment, you can always put yourself directly into their head by casting possession upon them. Possession will allow you to inhabit the mind of a minion, allowing you to see through their eyes, control their movement, and activate their abilities. You can increase the efficiency of props within your rooms by fortifying the walls closest to the props. Workers will fortify walls automatically when they've completed all their other tasks. Now that you have some minions, you will need to cater for their basic needs. First, build a lair, so the pitiful little meat sacks can get some rest.
So, for those of you who do know Dungeon Keeper, you can already see not only the similarities, but the upgrades that have happened. The minions now have progress bars. They teleport. Like, seriously. And the click and drag mechanic.
Well done. But see how your gold reserves have been depleted. Command your workers to mine some of the nearby gold by tagging the gleaming tiles. They collect and return gold to your dungeon coffers, allowing you to spend it on whatever your dark heart desires. Your core can store up to 16,000 gold pieces. But if that number sounds pitifully small, or if wealth inspires the evil in you, simply build a vault to store more. Now that you've got a bit of coin in your pocket, you can build a slaughter pan. This room produces scores of micro-piglets, a delicacy that will sustain the weak flesh of your minions by filling their bellies with succulent pig flesh.
So yeah, as I was saying, the little imps you have will randomly teleport. And by randomly, I mean they'll teleport in the direction that they bet are best suited to go. They will also not drop what they're doing. So if they're fortifying, they will continue to try to fortify. And as you can see, the more imps on a single task, the faster it goes.
Your dungeon has been breached. Cast Rally upon these spectres, and your minions will immediately sally forth to wreak bloody havoc.
See? The teleporting.
Well done. Now finish off the rest of these manifestations with a second rally flag. Your gnarlings made short work of those spectres, but see how they still circle the flag. You can dismiss rally flags by slapping them with a right click. This should allow your minions to return to their jobs and tend their needs in a timely fashion. You can cast Recall upon a minion to immediately return them to your dungeon, though if they are attacked as it channels, then the spell will fizzle into nothing. You're on a roll, Underlord, and I've been waiting far too long to begin my war for the Overworld. Let us enter the realm of Kairos and continue your retraining against a more fitting enemy. Well done, Underlord. I see it's all coming back quite quickly. I expected nothing less, but there's much still to learn. Why don't we work in a bit of murder while we're at it? It's time for you to enter the realm of Kairos.
Okay. That's how involved the tutorial is. And even the tutorial has separate achievements, but they actually tell you what to do for most of them. Not all, regrettably. Not all. But after you're done with the campaign, it will show you the things that you've unlocked. Like the gateway, an explanation behind it, and various...
Rally will create a banner that your minions will fight towards. Slap the banner with a right click to dismiss it. The vault will store your hard-earned gold when your dungeon core can no longer store anymore. Each tile will store 1,000 gold, meaning the room is effective at any size.
Which is pretty different from other stuff.
Possession will allow you to inhabit the mind of a minion, allowing you to see through their eyes, control their movement, and activate their abilities.
This also says it grants a buff to speed, damage dealing, resistance, and experience. Press spacebar or something else.
Possession will allow you to inhabit the gnarling as your bread and butter soldier. It trains in the barracks, honing its finely tuned combat style of hack and slash. The worker is an extension of your unholy will. It can perform a variety of tasks: excavating tiles, collecting gold, fortifying walls, summoning constructs, depositing unconscious minions in the lair, and depositing unconscious enemies in your prison.
So, as it stands, that is War for the Overworld. This is the first of my 2, possibly 3 videos, kind of highlighting, or not highlighting, giving you a first look into this game. I will be, if you didn't see it, I will be posting a somewhat early review of this game for people if they want to buy this game, because I love it. As much as I don't plan on playing a Let's Play, if any of you want to actually see me play through the campaign and all the horrible things that will come about as a result of that, let me know. I am perfectly okay with playing this style of game. And yes, in all intents and purposes, this is you being as evil as possible without being stupid evil. I would go into stupid evil or not stupid evil, but my time's basically up. So that's the bottom line, folks. This is the first of 2, possibly 3 episodes. The second episode will go into the next mission. Until then, all 3 of the episodes will come out on the same day. So, I will see you in the next episode. Until then, have fun, be safe, and aloha.